Williams here at Manny BTV. Before I even get into the video and talk about this slime ball R.Kelly, please take a second, hit the subscribe button. I'm gonna wait and I'm gonna watch y'all do it this time. Some of y'all be playing, hit the subscribe button. Bing. Thank you so much for doing that. I love you for that. Yo, but check it. So, R.Kelly's back in court. He's back in court. And this time it's almost like they're rehashing an old trial from 2008. He had that video that was like on the streets with him messing around with that little 14-year-old girl. Listening to Wendy Williams show, I think it was like on Hot 97 or something like that. Wendy Williams was talking about she had seen that tape and she was talking about it, and she was on the radio actually boo-hoo crying. Wendy Williams was boo-hoo crying on the radio, saying that, like it looked like a kid, and, the girl, she looked like she was about 12, 13 years old. She didn't even have hair down there, and she was really Wendy Williams was really upset. So I'm pretty sure, she's glad to see that justice. The little girl is getting justice. Well, she's not little now. She's like 37 years old. They're calling her Jane. You know what I'm saying? They're not putting her real name out there. Thank goodness. And it's a real sad situation. And back then in 2008, when he had gone to trial, I'm told that they saying that he paid everybody off to to say, like, the parents or whatever, sent them on a trip and all that kind of stuff. And even the victim Jane back then was saying that it wasn't true that R.Kelly didn't do any of that stuff to her. And it's just a crazy situation, and it's just funny. But now, mind you, R.Kelly's already serving a 30-year sentence from the last case that he lost. You know what I mean? So, and he's already in his 50s, like mid-50s. This guy's gonna come out of jail in a body bag. R.Kelly is finished. His next biggest hit will be written from behind bars. You know what I mean? The rest of his career, that's a wrap. And it's so sad to have had such a big career like that, to see it all crumble and fall down to this, all because you couldn't behave yourself and leave the kids alone. It's so sad. It's just so sad. And to put the icing on the cake with this victim, I believe this is supposed to be his goddaughter that he was raping. And she said this happened, according to her testimony, hundreds of times. So, I'm saying, that tape, they're saying she was allegedly like 14. That tape, the infamous tape that was like circulating around the streets and, on these porn sites, she was only 14 years old. But who's to say how young she was when all this stuff first started? She could have been much younger, like 9, 10, 12, 11, 12 years old. You never know. She could have been even younger than that. It's so sad. It's just so sad. And R.Kelly will likely and rightfully so spend the balance and the remainder of his natural life where he needs to be, behind bars. It's just so sad. Wendy Williams, you was right. You was right. Way back then in the 90s, it was like the late 90s, when Wendy Williams went on air and was airing out R.Kelly for raping that girl. Wendy Williams was the first one I heard speak out about R.Kelly. She was the very first one. First one, like public figure, like to nationally out R.Kelly. And she did, I believe that was Hot 97. Back in the 90s. I remember it just like it was yesterday, because I turned on the radio. Wendy Williams was crying. I'm like, why is she crying? And, as I listened on, I kept hearing her say that R.Kelly's a bum, he's a beast, and all this kind of stuff. Like, she was really going in on him. Rightfully so. Know what I mean? But I ain't gonna keep rambling, you know what I'm saying? This is a sad case. The nigga ain't never coming out. You know what I mean? Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the share, you know what I'm saying? And let's keep building this family, yo. We over 5,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for sticking there with me. We got a long way to go. But thank goodness we ain't from where we started from, know what I mean? I love you guys. Stay tuned. Peace.